shocking. I've seen Dwight Howard with his share ladies. So this report was quite shocking. But you want to know what I peel from it? And why do I bring this story up? Because the first thing that came to my mind when I was reading this, other than the fact that I want to see or hear about or imagine the images, other than that, let me tell you what came to my mind when I thought about this. That's why teams didn't win.
Okay, let me begin this by putting a word out there. My goal in this video is not to stampede, berate, excoriate Dwight Howard. As a matter of fact, he's another man, another sinner, just like me. My goal is not to magnify his struggle or his personal life, whatever that is. My goal is to see what's going on here and learn a lesson and put forth a warning in the hope that some of us will pay attention. The allegation is showing Dwight Howard is been involved in some things that are happening in bedrooms that I think should remain there. He also admitted that he is homosexual. There's also an assault and battery allegation against him that he has also denied. From what I'm hearing, there were some transformers involved. And another person was invited to their house and were told to get involved in some sexual things. And the two transformers, if you don't know who the transformers are, I'm using code language here. I'm talking about transgenders. But when I say transformers, that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's an online language here. So here it is. So the thing about this, first of all, I want to say, I'm sure this is very common in the NBA world, in the superstar world, in Hollywood. It's very common. The problem is every now and then we have a story that comes out and we get to hear about it. It becomes mainstream and so on. I think this is why we're talking about this. But this is a very common practice. Okay, I just want to make that abundantly clear. Don't think Dwight Howard is the only person who's, listen, man, go do your research, okay? So there's a lot going on. So this is the individual Dwight Howard is. This is Kitty. This is a transformer. And this is Dwight Howard's ex. Also came out and speak. So when the allegation came forward, the questions was asked Dwight Howard, what's going on? He seems to be very upset. I'm going to have to edit parts of this video, but to get the cursing out. But listen to what he said. He's not denying the allegations. He's not saying it didn't happen. He's not denying the fact that he's been involved in that lifestyle, but he's more mad about the fact that people are talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So, listen.
Just chilling? Yeah, Mr. Dwight Howard, man. Let's give a live hand clap for Mr. Dwight Howard. Now, you're going viral, bro, for a lot of things. So I just gotta ask for the people. Me personally, I don't give a fuck, right? But they say this is the safest time. Are you gay, bro?
Is this what you want to talk about?
No, I don't want to talk about that, bro.
So then why are we talking about it?
Because you went viral off of that, bro.
I've been viral for a lot of things.
And I want to talk about that too.
And what I do in my personal life is nobody's business.
Thank you. I just want you to answer that.
No, I keep going. It's nobody business.
Right.
And if you inquiring, why?
Why? Because I was just explaining to
other people. Why?
Oh, not for me. Not for me. I don't give a bro. I want to talk basketball. I want to talk other shit. Yeah. But they're going to say, PR, you just didn't do your job. This is part of the job, right?
I understand.
People, you know what I'm saying? It's just stupid. I don't give a Really, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, so you heard it. Somebody say if it's not a yes, it must be a no. Well, if it's not a no, it must be a yes. Well, it is what it is. What Dwight Howard chooses to do with his life, I'm not here to condemn. I'm gonna explain to you why I'm making this video. Let's keep watching. This is Dwight Howard's ex who came out and also speak about this, and this individual is also a transformer as well. So this is an old video, but it does apply. It actually fit in the context of what we're discussing here.
Why the hell do you or anybody care who the hell I spend my time with? That's the problem with y'all people. Y'all worried about who people spend their time with. Whatever I'm doing in my bedroom is my damn business.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? In today's video, we got Dwight Howard coming out and addressing some of these allegations. I would like to highlight his video, and then after that, and I would like to highlight an alleged victim of Dwight Howard's from 2018. I don't know if you guys remember when Dwight Howard was facing backlash again in 2018 for pretty much the same thing that he's facing backlash for now.
Only reason why I uploaded that DM with us was because the guy told me if I spoke, he would say that he thought that I was a woman or that I tried to catfish him as a woman. And I uploaded that DM to prove that I asked him, because this was after I found out about him with the transgender sex parties. I said, "Does your," because he was girl. What I seen. I'm not even gonna speak on that. Allegedly, what I seen. You out here living your best life. So I asked. I said, I DM'd him. I said, "Does your brother, your family know?" I didn't know how close he was with his family at that time. We never talked about that. And I asked him, like, does your family know that you, like, date, transgenders and, gay men? It was just something that I wanted to know. I feel like that's when you're getting to know somebody, because that right there shows you that if you would ever be in a public relationship with them, or if they would ever show you off, or if they'll ever take you serious, or if you can take pictures with them. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to feel him out, like, feel him how he felt. And his response was, "I don't have an answer for you."
That victim came out and spoke.
Well, okay. So let me get to the heart of my discussion here. Man, this is a little much. So we have these different allegations, and again, Dwight Howard is not looking good right now. But here is the thing that I wanted to get to, and Ruslan touched on this. It is the fact Dwight Howard claims to be a Christian, at least going far back, until about somewhere in 2019, the claim was made that he was a Christian. But listen.
At the least a cross-dresser. Okay, so how does someone go from I want to use the platform of the NBA to preach God's word?
But for a 19-year-old entering the NBA, Dwight says it was a daily struggle to stay focused on God.
There was times where it was very overwhelming. It was like, man, this is so much, and everything is at my disposal. All I got to do is just go reach, and it's mine.
In 9 seasons with the Magic, Dwight became a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, made 6 All-Star Game appearances, and became the franchise's all-time leading scorer. But with success came temptation. And in 2007, he became a father and wasn't married. And he took a lot of heat because of it.
If you're a professional athlete, you come out and tell the world, hey, I'm a Christian. For some reason, for people that don't quite understand what that means, all of a sudden believe that you can't make mistakes.
That is correct. When I came out, I want everybody to know that I am a man of faith. I believe in God.
Well, it appears he came out a different way. He didn't deny any of this. Matter of fact, he, I believe, released something saying, "Don't be worried about what I do in the privacy of my home."
I mean, you get the point here. How does a Christian man go from doing the will of God, purpose-driven, to a point where they have a transformer named Katie in their bedroom, and somebody else was also involved in that? I don't know what you would call that. I hate talking about stuff like this, but what I want to talk about is the lesson that is in this for us. Okay, the lesson that's in there was he had everything at his disposal. All right, success. With success comes temptation. Dwight Howard had, from what I've heard, at least 5 different baby mamas. So that's not one mistake. That's, if you would call 5 mistakes, I don't call children mistakes. I think children are the heritage of the Lord. They are the fruit of the womb. We have 4 of them here, so we love them very much. Here's the thing. What happened to Dwight? I'll tell you what happens. Success, money, temptation, popularity, and last but not least, a failure to remain connected with God. This is a warning for all Christians. I think we should look at Dwight Howard's situation not from the perspective to condemn, to point our finger and say, ha, 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 ha. We should actually take heed. We should actually look within. We should say, Lord, just like the disciples were with Jesus on that table when Jesus says, one of you is going to betray me tonight. And the questions was, Lord, is it I? Lord, is it I? There is a time for self-examination, a time to look within, a time to check our relationship with God. And I think Dwight Howard's situation should serve as a warning for all of us. Check your relationship with the Lord. I'll tell you the difference with Dwight Howard and many of us. He's famous. He has everything handed over to him. Anything he wants, he could have. For some of you, that sounds like a good thing. That's very, very bad. You have no self-control. There's no restraint. That's not a good thing. You go to the other side of the extreme. You want to test and try out everything. Everything else you've already tried. You're not satisfied. You keep on pushing the envelope. This is how you end up in this place. Like the quotation goes, sin will take you farther than you want to go, keep you longer than you want to stay, cost you more than you want to pay. And sometimes we don't realize how destructive it is to live a life of ease and comfort. And also we don't realize the corruption of our sinful nature and how dangerous of a thing it is to please this carnal nature. We oftentimes don't realize the importance of staying connected with Jesus and examine our hearts and examine our souls consistently and to draw closer to him with tears and weep because there is a great danger. There is a great danger in being a Christian is when we take our eyes off Jesus. Let me show you something, friend. 2 Corinthians 13 verse 5 tells us that examine yourselves, whether you be in a faith, prove your own selves, know ye not your own selves that Christ Jesus is in you, except you be reprobate. I'll tell you what, we need to examine ourselves. We should look at Dwight Howard's situation and say, Lord, have mercy on me. Let it not be me, Lord. Draw me close to you and never let me go. You see, some of us, we don't realize how God is blessing us. There's some things we don't get in life, some blessings that don't come, some money that we were denied. We may not realize. Sometimes it's the greatest blessings. Like God is able to keep us closer to his heart. There's a level of restraint. There's a level of need that we have that we go to him for him alone to fulfill, because we don't have to become so overly confident in our own doings that we put ourselves in serious trouble by the temptations that we face. It says, submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he will lift you up. I tell you what, I'm praying for this man. He's on my screen today, because I want to make fun, laugh, scoff. He was once a bold, bona fide, outspoken Christian. made a whole lot of money. He was on top of the world as a player, known and respected, an icon for many young men. Now there's Transformers laying in his bed. Now he can't deny the allegations. There now his image. I tell you what, God is a God of love. Is a God of forgiveness. Is a God who knows how to restore sinful human beings, and I'm praying for him. But also say this: pray for yourself, because you just don't know. Today it might be Dwight Howard. Tomorrow it could be you or me. Listen. Pay attention. Thank you for listening. Have a good one. Bye.